people who are close to me. Okay, we said two, we've got three.
Yes, we've got three. But before all of that, this is Shubman Gill's day.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yesterday as
two,
well. Two
269.
incredible from the captain.
You take it.
I mean, I keep thinking back to when Shubman Gill was announced as the captain. We were actually one of the front runners when we not the front runners, but
Yeah,
one
we,
of the
we
very
put
few.
out the story in
Yes,
end of March, early April.
we did that. I think the we did our first report when it comes to the captaincy race back in May, early May, first week of May, when we said that Jasprit Bumrah was not going to be the captain. And after that, we had made it clear that the three people in running for the captaincy role were Shubman Gill, Rishabh Pant, and KL Rahul, and that Shubman Gill was the front runner. So we've been reporting on that ever since. And you know what's funny? Ever since those reports started coming in, and we check how the public is responding to all these reports, and everyone kept saying you cannot have Shubman Gill as your captain. He's not experienced enough. He does not score. He's been silent with the bat in Sena countries. He has an average of this and that. And how can you have, and this was, look, let's be honest, this was one of our concerns as well when we said that what we get that BCCI is grooming Shubman Gill to be the all-format captain. We get that they see a lot of potential in him. But what about the bat? What about the runs that he's not scored in Sena countries yet? We were also a bit worried because you never want to see a repeat of Sydney happening. And that's what that was in the back of our minds, because honestly it was a little bit traumatic for all Indian fans there. But now that we're here, we're in England. Shubman Gill steps out as India's test captain in his very first match, very first innings, gets a century. Second innings, he could not score big, that's fine. He comes back and scores 266 runs.
Nine.
69 runs, can you believe that?
It was one of the best innings you can see. It was one of the best innings you can see. And the reason is it was flawless.
It was
Today,
flawless, flawless.
today I could see two balls where Shubman Gill was beaten. One was a ball from Bryden Cast, 50th minute into the day, 11:50, and there was another ball from Harry Brook, which Shubman Gill just tried to sort of play the reverse sweep, and it went somewhere else or something like that happened. But in an innings of 269, you can count the number of balls that man was beaten. Temperament, commitment, determination, focus, whatever you want to call it, putting a price on his wicket, playing his shots and keeping one end intact, not giving it away, even after getting 100, something that he had mentioned in Leeds,
Yes.
to us here, that I should have gotten 50 more runs. Instead of getting 50, he's got 122 more runs from his 147. What Shubman Gill has done, and that's something that Gargi and I will talk about for a few minutes, he has made sure that India ain't losing. 587, and I said this in our tea show,
Plenty runs.
whatever happens, India is not losing this game. That's a big takeaway from the captain's knock. He's ensured that Fortress Edgbaston, England will not win. He has also made sure that Ben Stokes should be questioned. Ben Stokes should now be questioned for taking,
Toss.
winning the toss and bowling. And now with those 3 wickets, every kind of pressure is on England.
Absolutely.
Because of that Shubman Gill innings. I think he set it up. He said it was one of the best knocks, and he
Yeah.
broke 25,000 records.
And if Shubman had won the toss?
You tell me. Gargi wants to repeatedly remind everybody of this Shubman Gill toss factor. Next time I will get you to ask him that
Oh my
question.
God.
I will get you to ask him that question
Are you happy that you lost both tosses?
Yeah, are you happy?
That's what the question is going to be. But let's talk about Shubman Gill a little bit, because I think there's a huge role of mental temperament also playing here. You think of the way that he's. Remember the very first press conference in Leeds, and everyone, when Shubman Gill answered every single question and then left the room, everyone looked at each other and said, "We're impressed. We're impressed with the kind of body language and the confidence and the calmness that he's bringing to the table." It was very good. He's very self-assured, answers everything well, doesn't give away anything, absolutely nothing. And the fact that, in that press conference in Leeds, when he was asked about his role as a captain and a batter, obviously people were asking him about not having many runs in Sena countries, and he said that will now, being the captain and not having many runs, will that be pressure? Will that put pressure on you? And he said, when I go out as a captain, I'm only a captain. When I go out as a batter, I'm only a batter. And I want to be the best batter in this series.
Who, quiz question, who was India's
Dive in.
number 269 test cap?
Number 260, 269.
Who's your favorite cricketer?
Virat Kohli.
Whose number was 269?
Virat Kohli.
What did Shubman get today?
Oh, fuck. You've done a thala for a reason.
So Shubman Gill tells the world that I am ready for the number 4 position.
Prince becomes the king.
The number 4 position. Virat Kohli, India's number 269. Shubman Gill gets 269, announces to the world that he is ready to that. You know, India's number 4 has always been royalty. First, it was Sachin Tendulkar for 20 years. Then it was Virat Kohli for 10 years. Between them, 25,000 international runs. 25,000 international runs. And Shubman Gill, 2 test matches at number 4. The guy has scored 400 plus. 269 and 150. That is 480, 90
Is
runs
he the highest
in 2
scorer
test
in the
matches.
series now?
Yeah. Absolutely, he's the highest scorer. Rishabh Pant comes close, but Shubman Gill, absolutely majestic, my friend. Absolutely brilliant innings from Shubman Gill. 2 other things. We'll take a lot of questions. A lot of people are asking about why India did not attack more. Harry Brook, he was lucky with the short ball. Why did you not test Harry Brook with the short ball?
587 runs on the scoreboard.
Look, we will take that. Tomokno, your question about Bumrah tested Harry Brook with the short ball, got out to a no ball and all of that. The fact of the matter is, these are different bowlers. Prasidh Krishna did come after 7 overs from Mohammad Siraj and Akashdeep, got a couple of overs in. India was doing, and let's face it, Mohammad Siraj beat Harry Brook multiple times. Mohammad Siraj beat Joe Root multiple times. India's bowlers, you tell me, whoever is watching this broadcast, did they exceed your expectations or not? Let me ask Gargi, very fair question. When India was, and I just wrote a piece saying this, when India was all out 587, there was a collective sigh in the stadium that, oh, our time is now, it's Baz ball time. And when Zach Crawley hit those 2 boundaries, did you see the way the fans reacted as if now is the time we'll make mincemeat of the Indian bowling? Did you expect Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj to bowl like this? Honest answer.
No.
Exactly.
No one did. Nobody did. I think we have been, because we've been watching such indisciplined bowling from everyone apart from Jasprit Bumrah, you're sort of, and that's
आज बोलते हैं मोहम्मद सिराज क्या बोल रहा था उस दिन.
this Dinesh Karthik walking by.
हाँ वो तो.
Yes,
we were in the
Siraj.
elevator together. So he'll have to go and do his Sky show.
Tell what Mohammad Siraj said.
That day?
No, but let the match get over. Then we can reveal that.
अभी बाद में बोलेंगे.
Yes, बाद में बोलेंगे क्योंकि it's special
अभी
for
अभी
him
बाद
as
में
well.
बोलेंगे. हाँ.
Yeah.
अभी बाद में बोलेंगे. But आप describe the fact, the question that I asked.
Yeah, I was just getting to that because we were so used to seeing indisciplined bowling from everyone except a Jasprit Bumrah. I thought, and without a Bumrah there, without a proven guaranteed wicket taker there, I think we were all very worried because England bats deep, and even though you have 587 runs on the scoreboard, it's not like the Indian team, this batting lineup is incapable of getting that sort of score. So we were all kind of, yes, you had a lot of runs in the bank, but you were also worried if there was any wayward bowling, if there was indisciplined bowling.
100 for no loss.
Then it could have been very, very difficult because England has the capability to chase this down. But unfortunately, Indian bowlers have stood up to the challenge. Mohammad Siraj, we were talking about that first spell. We were saying that, you know, he's got to pull up his socks in that first spell. Second spell onwards, he bowls very well, but he lets a lot of runs loose in that first spell. He did not do that today. Akashdeep, incredible bowling from him as well, getting that ball to skid.
You know, let me point out 2 things to you. One, and this is where anybody who follows cricket closely, you must follow these things. One, what was Ollie Pope's dismissal like? Ollie Pope was once again squared, the bat had turned and the ball went to slips, right?
Yeah.
And KL after the juggle caught it. Go and check leads. Did Ollie Pope play the same shot to Jasprit Bumrah and did the ball go for 4? Did the ball go for 4 through the slip cordon when Ollie Pope was not in? Exactly the same shot.
Oh, was that when they
Yes.
later they brought the
Yes,
fielding?
and that's where you learn. The point is, when Jasprit Bumrah was bowling in Leeds, he has already taken Zach Crawley. You keep that fielder there. You don't let that fielder off from there. And Ollie Pope, again, same mistake, this time slightly finer. That edge went to hand. KL Rahul, after the juggle, gets it. Mohammad Siraj. Mohammad Siraj's first spell, this first spell reminded me of Melbourne 2020 when he picked David Warner. Rohit Sharma diving, front dive, picks up that catch. This was like that spell from Mohammad Siraj. 5 overs, I think, 2 maidens, 9 runs or something. Brilliant. And what was interesting, he was bowling that channel and he was also getting shape. Slight shape, little movement, but that's what matters. You don't want exaggerated movement. You want just that shade to create doubt in the batter's mind. You want just that shade to get the edge. Multiple times, Harry Brook was beaten. A couple of times, even Joe Root was beaten.
Yeah.
I thought Mohammad Siraj could have picked another. And yes, that umpire's call.
Yes.
England had a few.
It's
we
fine.
also had ours.
Yeah.
But that was close. That was
Very,
mighty
very
close.
close.
And the Indians even thought the review was saved. The Indians even thought that could have been a catch because it was a front dive effort.
Yeah.
But what we have seen so far, people are writing in that yes, all of the bowlers exceeded expectations.
Absolutely.
I would still want India to be a little tight. Prasidh Krishna, for example, the first ball was on leg stump, easy flick for 4. These kind of balls should be avoided. When you have exerted the pressure from both ends, Siraj and Akashdeep, Prasidh Krishna bowls well, uses the short ball, tempt them with the short ball, try it out. You know, you've got runs to play with. You will have attacking fields. The captain will give you. In fact, a couple of instances when Akashdeep had considered a boundary, Mohammad Siraj indicated to Shubman Gill at slip that let's put this fielder out. Gill from slip said, no, let the attacking field be there. So, and what does that tell you? This is a more confident Shubman Gill who is
And
taking
that
charge.
catch from Shubman Gill. In
Yeah,
the
yeah,
slip.
yeah, yeah. Catch to theek hai. But when you set the field,
Oh, yeah.
you are seeing the body language and he's saying, no, let the attacking
taking
field be
charge.
there. He's in control. But talk a bit about Mohammad Siraj. So much talk, doesn't get wickets, not doing the job. No Jasprit Bumrah. Talk a bit about Mohammad Siraj.
Look, when it comes to Mohammad Siraj, you know that he has
By the way, the broadcast is clear. Thank God.
Oh,
The pixels
great,
have gone. Yeah.
Great.
And
Yes.
questions भी लेना है आप.
हाँ. Okay. नहीं, मोहम्मद सिराज के बारे में ये
हाँ.
कह रही थी कि you know that he has the ability. You know that second spell onwards he bowls discipline lines. Yes, there are times when he lets bowls very loose deliveries. He lets the pressure go. But at the same time, what he did today, the kind of mental temperament with which Mohammad Siraj came in, and we know very well that he's very, very determined to do well. He's heard the critics and he wants to prove them wrong. That's all I can say.
बाकी Gargi doesn't want us to say more.
No, I
We
don't want
will.
to jinx him. I don't want to jinx
वो
him.
बोलेंगे आप लोगों को स्टोरी एग्जैक्टली मोहम्मद सिराज के साथ क्या बात हुआ था वो आपको बाद में बोलेंगे.
Okay. Akash highlighter is saying आकाशदीप को bowling offside में continue करना था. Over excited होके middle and leg में bowling डालने लग गए.
देखिए आकाशदीप इज लाइक आई मीन वो उतना डिसिप्लिन अभी भी उनमें नहीं है. हैविंग सेड दैट वो जो लाइन वो डाल रहे थे वो लाइन हाँ 3-4 बॉल्स उन्होंने लेग स्टंप में डाला जो बाउंड्रीज कंसीडर्ड हुआ. But a couple of those balls were genuinely good balls. So he was bowling that off and middle line. I do think Akashdeep bowled some really good balls. Tested them, could have taken one more wicket. Opportunities were created. And tell me one more thing that you observed. Catch went to which slip? First slip, second slip, third slip.
You had Shubman Gill.
तीनों catches,
हाँ.
तीनों slip ने पकड़ा.
हाँ.
So all your slip
Yes.
fielders have now been given a test. Everybody has passed that test. खाली वो गली में चला जाता fourth one तो वो भी हो जाता. And by the way, यशस्वी जायसवाल covers में थे. By the way, बहुत लोग हमें और गार्गी को क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे थे ना कल कि साई सुदर्शन, आप लोगों ने तो बोला साई सुदर्शन स्लिप में फील्ड कर रहा है, क्या आप लोग बोल रहे थे? When today who went out? Somebody had gone out at the Karun Nair had gone out.
Who came in?
Who was fielding at third slip? Can you please go and check? Shubman was in first, Rahul was in second, and Sai Sudarshan was in third. I got Rohan to tweet that photo. That is why we were observing the nets as closely. By the way, they did not get Yashasvi Jaiswal. They got Sai Sudarshan. A point that the two of us made based on practice. That is observation. So when you criticize, please know that we are watching our cricket, and that's how we are saying what we are saying.
And also the playing 11s that we put out after the team was announced officially, a lot of people gave me a lot of flack. And
Saying what?
that you picked the wrong, you picked the bad 11.
What do you mean bad 11?
What is a bad
Your
11?
three,
It's a prediction.
It's a 3 changes we got spot on, and
Yeah.
Prasidh was also being mulled for Arshdeep Singh. Who says
Exactly.
so? Come
And
on.
the only reason, which is a very, very valid reason, and it was something that was being discussed, I had put in Arshdeep Singh because I thought because there is a Washington Sundar in the team, to create those scruff marks, Arshdeep Singh
And
would
let
be
me
used.
tell you this, we have enough reasons, enough sources to know what is happening, and I had put out, if you see, I had actually listed the 3 changes, said Karun, a Sai for Karun, that was the only thing, and I had said,
That
will
was a
Arshdeep also
toss-up.
play? It was a toss-up between Sai and Karun,
Yeah.
100%. Everything that we have said so far, everything is correct. Make no mistake
And
about
you
it.
know what? Even before that report came out, we had already started saying the same thing.
अरे obviously, वो तो हम लोग 2 दिन पहले कर दिया था.
इतने अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व कर रहे थे, सारी प्रैक्टिस इतने अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व कर रहे, हम लोगों ने बता दिया था कि ये ऐसे ऐसे होने वाला है.
आप वीडियो देखे ना, आप हम लोग क्यों बता, हम लोगों ने तो वीडियो भी डाल दिया था साई एंड बिकॉज कोई भारतीय जर्नलिस्ट वहां पे नहीं
हाँ, साई and
थे,
शुभमन.
सारे चले गए थे. हम लोग बैठे हुए थे, हम लोग पूरा नेट्स खत्म करते हैं. इंग्लैंड का नेट्स कोई देखता भी नहीं है यहाँ पे. सो हम लोग इंग्लैंड नेट्स भी कवर कर रहे थे, इंडिया नेट्स भी कवर कर रहे थे. तभी साई और शुभमन ने वो स्पेशल ड्रिल करना शुरू कर दिया. वो वीडियो हमने लिया और मैंने इनसे कहा कि देखो ये जो स्लिप कॉर्डन बन रहा है इस पे बात करते हैं. And that is when we did that. And today it is again proved Sai Sudarshan was the one who came and stood. Anyway, Akashdeep. Akashdeep, remember that brief chat we had with Akashdeep
Yes.
where he was going out to bat? And I said, तुम्हारा वो ball move होना चाहिए. Like in Australia, he was unlucky.
Yes.
He beat Steve Smith 12 times. Today he got those 2 wickets. I think
Very
in the
good
absence of Jasprit Bumrah, this will give the entire team a lift and a belief that we can do
we
it.
can do it. We, a young team and an experienced team, can actually go out there, step on the field without a Jasprit Bumrah and still pick 20 wickets. That will be the belief if India goes on to win this match.
Did you see when the drinks happened? I
Yeah.
don't know if they showed it on telly. Jasprit walked in with the
Yes,
water,
yes.
and he was like cheering on. He was like cheering on every
Kya
bowler.
baat hai.
When Jasprit walked in with the water to kind of go to Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj, he patted each of them on the back, cheered them on. It was fantastic to see that he was as involved, Jasprit Bumrah, the leader of that bowling pack, encouraging his younger colleagues. Tremendous to see. And Mohammad Siraj, by the way, when Mohammad Siraj came round the wicket to Harry Brook, where he could have got that wicket, just missed the off stump. Soon after that over got done, Shubman Gill and Rishabh Pant, both of them walked up to Mohammad Siraj and had a long word.
Yeah.
That was the best part of this Indian drill today. Each time the captain and the vice captain hands on with their bowlers, cheering them on, giving them aggressive fields, pushing England. Even in the last over, Joe Root was lucky, it fell in no man's land. Harry Brook was lucky, that narrow escape towards to the 5th ball of the last over. Multiple opportunities created, folks. Multiple. 2 results possible. Indian win, draw.
Yeah.
Nothing else. No England.
Yeah, no, I don't
Indian
think so.
win, draw. Tomorrow, India has to stay patient. This is not a wicket where you will roll them over. Not happening. At the same time, England will give opportunities. A Harry Brook
Yes,
will give
absolutely.
opportunities. And once you do that, you are in with a major chance. Ben Stokes, if there is a rough mark, a Washington Sundar can just come into play. The left arm offie, against the left-hand batsman, the offie comes in with the angle.
I am quite excited to see the spin duo and how they perform because
India has a chance.
Absolutely,
Huge
India
chance.
has a chance. Now, it only remains to be seen. I think they should ideally like to get England all out in the first 2 sessions.
See, if that happens, then on day 3, if you have England all out in 2 sessions, means 2 sessions, a couple of 100 runs, so England would be all out for 300. Close to 300,
you
325.
could put them in a follow-on, but
you are leading by 250.
Yeah.
Then you can set it up. You bat for about 2.5 sessions, give England the chase of 500 and kill it. If you don't want to give them the follow-on, and you keep 4 sessions and you push England. If somehow India manages to get a lead of 200, 250 from here, bundle England out for 350, oh, that is the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
And if you take Joe Root and you get into that middle order, you get an early wicket tomorrow morning, get a J.V.
It'll be
Smith out there,
crucial.
get these guys out there, the scoreboard pressure will start to tell.
And you know what the thing is with these English batters, you can't let them bat too long. You have to make sure that you're getting those quick wickets, and the momentum is not lost, because even if a Joe Root starts sticking or a Harry Brooks sticks, you're done. They will not done, but they will bat long and they will trouble you. You don't want to bowl for too long.
Yeah, but this is not a deck. That's what I'm saying. This is not a deck where you can roll them over. You can't, because this
No,
is
you
a good
can't.
batting
Yeah,
deck.
exactly.
That's why you have to stay disciplined. You have to stay patient, because the opportunities will come. England is one of those teams which will give you opportunities. You cannot bowl loose balls. You have to stay disciplined and contain them also. Stifle them for runs. Make them earn their runs. Believe me, there will be opportunities for India. कुछ सवाल ले लेते हैं?
Ha. Fitman keh rahe, we must not allow England to play more than 2 sessions tomorrow. Otherwise, they would come real close to our total.
No chance.
more heartbreaks. No, you're
बस
not losing
two
from
sessions में आप 120 into 2 max 240 अगर आप सोचते हो Fitmonk, so 240 plus 78 is 320 runs. So there is no way England comes close to 500 tomorrow all day. Even if England bat tomorrow all day, 350 runs, that means 420 is what they will be at the end of the day. That's still 160 adrift.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no chance England is coming closer to India tomorrow. Absolutely no chance.
here. Okay, Kontik Chatterjee is saying, can we inflict a follow on? Your views, please.
Yeah, I mean, two things here. If you are able to roll England over for about 300, your bowlers have not bowled more than 70, 80. They've bowled 20 now, so another 60 odd overs. Then you can inflict the follow-on, because these are younger guys. This bowling attack, a Prasid or an Akash or a Siraj and a Nitish, these guys are relatively younger. They will be able to bowl longish spells. Suppose England bats for more than 100 overs, where Siraj has bowled a 20 over spell, somebody else has bowled a 22, 23 over spell, in terms of overs total. There, I don't see India inflicting the follow-on. It will depend on the context of the match, whether India inflicts the follow-on or not. Suppose India's got a lead of 250 and you realize my bowlers need to be fresh. Plus, also think that it will be a fifth-day wicket. They will check the condition of the wicket. Are you seeing indentations? Are you seeing up and down bounce? Are you seeing things get scruffed up? Are you seeing footmarks happening? Will it be more pronounced on day 4, day 5? Will you see all of that? India will take a call based on that.
Absolutely. What? Washi and Jaddu will run through the middle order on this dry pitch. Rohit Roy.
Not in the first innings. In the second innings, India will have much better opportunity with the rough and with all of that. I don't see Washington and Jaddu do what you are suggesting in the first innings. This is not a wicket for spinners to run through the opposition lineup in the first innings.
Deepak Yadav is saying tomorrow is the match deciding day. If we get 200 or more lead,
Yeah.
then we will win it. 2 wickets away from all-rounders and tail.
I agree
Yeah.
that you have to get I was telling Gargi, fold England up for 350. Fold England up for 350, you get a 230, 240 lead, and thereafter come and get 200 odd runs. 450 lead with 4 sessions to go, put them in, roll them over. Day 5, 450, they will not be able to chase. Anything under 400, they will fancy, like they did in Leeds. But anything over and above 400, it becomes impossible. And this wicket, whatever it does, it will break somewhat. So if India manages to get a lead of 230, 40, I actually think they will not enforce the follow-on. They'll come back to bat, put in 200 on the board, then start to calibrate how much do we need, how much time is left in the game, and go for the final push.
Pankaj Agarwal, Stokes did not bowl a single over post-lunch. Do you think it's a fitness issue?
I said this.
Yeah, he is carrying a niggle. Yesterday as well, in the later half of the day, he was constantly, you could tell that he was struggling with his hamstring.
He was doing this. He was constantly doing
He was constantly stretching and trying to get better. There's definitely an issue there.
Even Bryden Cast was struggling.
Yeah, he was limping.
Look, any team that bowls 150
Will
overs,
struggle.
that is the point. The fact that Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj kept them out for another 5 overs, did not give the wicket away. That is what you need to do, which is what India did not do at Leeds.
Johnny Rao is saying draw.
Possibility for sure. If England gets to 500 plus, which will mean that they bat till at least the first end of the second session of day 4, then it's draw a likely possibility. That's why I said 2 results: India win and a draw. At this point in time, 75 for 3 or whatever it is. When a team has scored 600, you have to say potentially India should win this game. If India has a really good day tomorrow, so far India has won multiple sessions. One good day tomorrow and we are talking about an Indian win. But India is not losing this, and that's for certain.
We keep talking about the 2 spinners and the ploy, Washington Sundar and Ravindra Jadeja, but there's also another bowler there, Nitish Kumar Reddy. It will be one over. He bowled it well.
I was stepping out to do the live.
He bowled it well, did not give away many runs. But what the point that I'm trying to make is, tomorrow is a big day for Nitish Kumar Reddy. With the bat, he could not.
Yes. Prove it. Get one. Yes. Get me one. Bowl a spell, 5-6 overs, not giving more than 20 odd runs. Keep it tight. Get your bowlers that respite. He's already good at the slip. Stand there, grab a couple of catches, create some opportunity. Look, this sport allows you multiple different opportunities to make a statement. Somewhere, somehow, if you're true to the sport, and Sachin used to tell me this all the time, the sport gives it back. You stay true to it, you will get it back from the sport. I think Nitish Reddy is a good kid.
Absolutely. And he has proven himself with the bat time and time again. In Australia also he did that. Unfortunately, yesterday was a complete howler. That was a very poor judgment. That was very poor from Nitish Kumar Reddy. But always, like we said in that lunch live as well, always second chances in Test cricket. He can come back and score more if India bats again. And obviously, with the ball, he has a lot to prove. He 100%. Has to prove that he belongs in that team, because you've still got a Shardul Thakur there. He's not a bad player at all.
No, there are opportunities here. I mean, at Lord's, Bumrah will come back.
Exactly.
At Lord's, you've got an Arshdeep Singh also. You've got a Kuldeep Yadav waiting out.
Yeah.
So you've got loads of players to come back.
Pressure. He'll have to handle that pressure.
खत्म करे क्या?
हाँ, करते हैं.
और कुछ सवाल नहीं है तो खत्म करते हैं.
Akashdeep might play even a bigger role in 4th innings with his wicket-to-wicket bowling. Absolutely.
Plus, if there is up and down bounce,
which there is compared to Leeds, you're getting a lot more bounce on this wicket.
Listen, it will be low. The fact that the fact that she's what she's trying to say, there will be. अगर आप यशस्वी जायसवाल का press conference कल सुनिए, what did he say? Low bounce, not so much movement. But जब indentations होगा, अगर ball नीचा रहना शुरू किया ना, and scruff up जो footmarks होंगे, वो तो ये angle से आएंगे to Ben Stokes, ये angle से आएंगे to Ben Duckett in the second innings, और वहीं पे footmarks होगा जहां से रविंद्र जाडेजा बॉल अंदर ला रहे थे. वही सोचिए. And Akashdeep bowls a beautiful line to left-handers coming round the wicket. Beautiful line. Because वो क्या डालते हैं, वो बॉल यहाँ डाल के सीधा करते हैं. So the ball pitches like this and goes straight. That is the most difficult ball to play for the left-hander. I absolutely agree. Akashdeep could be a handful in the second innings.
Okay, D. Gukesh has beat Magnus Carlsen.
Once again, Gukesh beats Magnus Carlsen in the 6th round to take a one.
Carlsen must be livid.
Again, and he'll once again get up and say, boom, gone, done. So this is going to be a fantastic day for India in every sport. Hockey, we've just gotten to know that, India, given the larger story, that Asia Cup and World Cup on track. India in the cricket has taken all the 3 sessions today. Out and out, one of the most perfect days so far.
Absolutely perfect innings from Shubman Gill. That partnership with Jadeja.
527. आप सर 487. आपने सोचा था क्या?
Not at all.
We would have been happy with 450.
We were talking about 370.
You said 385. I said 425. चलो यार 450 भी बोल लेते हैं. But 587 किसने सोचा था?
Absolutely.
I think this is the best day in England in terms of cricket for India.
I think so.
All 3 sessions?
I think so. Since
first
yesterday,
session,
you've been winning every session.
Yeah. And today, first session, 110 runs, 1 wicket India. Second session, more than 145 runs, 1 wicket India. Third session, 3 wickets England. It is India. So, India won the day hands down. Tomorrow, the 3rd day, once again, we are talking about the decisive first session. Decisive first session, which can influence the test match. It is expected to be cloudy, no rain, but expected to be cloudy, and there will be a cloud cover. Dinesh Karthik and I were coming down the elevator and he was asking Guria, what's the weather like? I said, cloudy. He said, that should help us. I said, absolutely. Absolutely, that should help India big time. So time
Crucial
to
for
close the
stars.
show
Crucial for stars.
has to be.
We say that in the beginning of every session that is going to be
Chalo,
crucial.
what is your gut saying? India?
I think there is a likelihood of a draw. Let me see the first session tomorrow, and then I'll predict.
I'm saying India at this point in
Oh.
time. India, because they've opened the door. India has kicked open the door. Time to sneak in. You should start to believe this test match can be historic. And let me remind you what happened in Brisbane without a Jasprit Bumrah. Mohammad Siraj put his hand up. All of us remember Bumrah giving Siraj that hug. Shardul Thakur had put his hand up. It is time for Mohammad Siraj and Akashdeep and Prasidh Krishna and the rest of the bowlers, 6 bowlers out there, Nitish Reddy plus the 2 spinners, to put their hands up and do justice to Shubman Gill for having played one of the greatest knocks that you will see in the history of Indian cricket. On behalf of Gargi and me, once again, back tomorrow at 12 noon with a special show. Did the bowlers get charged up in the absence of Jasprit Bumrah? Did that kind of tell them this is their platform? Did they use adversity to make it into triumph? Back with that special show. And of course, at 2 p.m. India time, the two of us back at the Edgbaston Cricket Ground with the live show. This has been quite a ritual now,
Yes,
these live shows.
I know.
Khatam kariye.
See you.
Bye bye.